Next and final stock in today's show is Holdsport. Remember, this one has been many years in the making, but the group itself kind of coalesced in the 1980s in Cape Town. It has, of course, the Sportsmans warehouse chain. And when I say it's sort of coalesced, it's been a progressive acquisition and build out of new stores. They've been held by different corporate parents like Vestact and others at various points, put together with other retailers, a couple of attempted buyouts. There's also the outdoor warehouse operation. So that's a smaller number of stores. And we're still talking about a fairly smaller group. Listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, or relisted, I guess you could say, in July of 2011. Market capitalization 2.1 billion rand, so that's probably one of the smaller of the retailers that are listed on our market. Price to earnings ratio 11.93. Dividend yield high 5.64, plus it paid some special dividends over time. Chantal, I quite like this one, but I will accept that it's sort of not really been a sterling performer. Let's look at the share chart. Sort of bumbled around a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is actually quite unfortunate because they released a very good trading update at the beginning of the year, really showing strength in performance brands and really showing strength in the Sportsman's warehouse operation. Unfortunately, the outdoor warehouse story is a little bit cyclical.
What? People not going camping anymore?
Well, it's cyclical. So when people have to cut spending, the first thing they're going to cut is a new tent. I would think.
Yeah,
but I mean, I am a camper, but I'm not very into camping. I'll let my husband handle that. But yes, I'm sure. I mean, if I had to cut something in terms of my spending, I wouldn't buy a new camping chair.
But as far as the sports stuff's concerned, I have another prop. Where's my prop?
There's your prop.
So what this is, right? This is a Cape Storm garment. So this is what you're talking about when you say technical apparel.
Yeah.
So this is something which was made using, the brand and comes from and is one of the things that they would sell, right?
Absolutely.
It's not as though they have the whole market to themselves. There's also Cape Union Mart and so on. But this and First Ascent are brands that Holdsport actually owns. So they do a little bit of assembly and manufacture in Cape Town, some import stuff. But I mean, the margins on this are good because you can get these manufactured, sell them at a good price.
Yes, and you can sell them at a price similar to the international brands.
Yeah.
So your margins are quite high. And then because you are manufacturing locally, there is some margin uplift there because you don't have to import the final product, right?
Yeah. And look, of course, as you say, you can sell this thing at a price point which is only marginally below that of something which comes from the branded. And I think the quality is very good. As far as I can tell, this one belongs to my son, doesn't have any holes in it yet. Elbows are still in good shape.
But I mean, very few consumers would even know what the difference is between Cape Storm, First Ascent and North Face, for example.
Exactly, good point, because the North Face stuff is very expensive.
Absolutely.
And of course, that's part of that international group that we're not talking about today called VT Corp.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I say share price has been a little bit disappointing, that's considering that it has been such a good payer. We own some in the portfolio. I don't know why it went to 60 Rand and then came all the way back down again. I guess it was results related and maybe just, in a relatively thin market, a few people selling because they think that the consumer's under pressure, that whole story.
Yeah, and I mean, fair enough, fair point. The consumer is under pressure. This is more discretionary. But when you think about sporting equipment and sporting apparel, this is your only warehouse format in South Africa. So there would be a little bit of an element of bargain hunting, which could come into play here and support the Sportsman's warehouse business especially.
Okay, I'm going to stay hot on this one. I mean, for me anyway, it's a sort of a rebound story. Are you inclined to go the same way?
From a valuation perspective, 9.6 forward. It doesn't look expensive. You're getting a dividend while you wait for that share price to increase. So, yes, agreed.
Excellent. Good. So we're going hot on that one too.